Hello. Just quickly before we jump into this episode, I just want to quickly apologise because my terrible math skills rear its head in this episode. I've done Chris dirty. I've messaged him to apologise for my poor math skills. You know, it's one of those things. It's going to happen eventually, but yeah. What's happened? You're probably wondering. Normally, when the guest is on, I write down the difference in the minutes between their guests and the actual score. But for Chris, for some stupid reason on his first go, I wrote his actual guest down and then I use that in my maths at the end of the episode. So yeah, my bad. Apologies, Chris. This is my official statement. Enjoy the episode regardless, guys, because it's absolutely class.
Hello and welcome back to Goals in Time. And I can't lie, viewers, this one I am stupidly excited for. Not only have I got one of my dream seasons to do, we'll get into that, but honestly, this guest, top bloke, United fan as well, true gent, it's Chris Edge, aka Cuttingedgeshirts. How are we doing, mate?
Hello, mate. I'm good. I'm not sure I deserve that intro, but thanks very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. Looking forward to it.
Mate, of course you deserve that intro. You're like the goat of shirt printing, one of the nicest blokes ever, and you're United fan.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, I'm playing the hits for you, aren't I? What season do you want to do? Just pick a team that you support. Pick a season you're going to know. I'm playing the hits. I've said to you off camera, like I'm nervous about this now. I'm supposed to know my shit, and now I'm nervous.
Well, we'll jump straight in there, mate. Then, so what season have you gone for?
98, 99 treble season. Probably cliche for a United fan, but it's been lean times, isn't it? The last 10 years or so. So we're going to live our lives in the past, aren't we?
Yeah, it's you say it's cliche. It probably is, but for all the right reasons. It's also quite a hard season, I'd say, because obviously you associate that season with United and probably just football lovers in general. It's so many iconic moments, so many iconic goals. But for you, that makes it a bit more difficult, I think.
I think you're right, and like I was 13, so as well, like when you view in football through the prism of an adult who's nearly 40 now, you see it differently to when you're 13. Everything was more magical, wasn't it? And you just kind of think this is going to happen all the time. They're going to win like this all the time, and it wasn't just some of the iconic goals, but it was the players, wasn't it? And it was the way they won certain matches, like so many games across all three competitions that they won. They were down and out, or they were a goal down, or needed a goal, or had all four strikers on the pitch at one point, and Gary Neville pinging balls in from 50 yards out, trying to get someone to knock it down and things. And they just felt like they did it the hard way. They were up against it all of the time. And let's be honest, like me and you are going to be biased about this, and there's probably people listening to this or watching this that hound us out of town. But that Champions League win, they played some proper teams in that Champions League. There was no Marseille's in the semi-final or something like that. No disrespect to Marseille, but there was big teams in there.
Yeah, having a quick look through, they had obviously Bayern Munich, who they eventually played in the final, of course, in the group, Barcelona and Brøndby. Brøndby may be the gimme there.
Brøndby, yeah, Danish Giants.
And then in the knockout stage, obviously, Inter and then Juve. You're talking absolute juggernauts there as well, aren't you?
Bayern home and away, Barca home and away. Like there was a lot of goals in those games to choose from as well.
Have I chosen them? We shall see. So is that the reason why you've gone for that season then, just because of everything basically there you've just listed?
I think so. I think so. Like I said, I was 13. It was a magical time for watching football and watching United. And I got the Beckham. I got a Beckham shirt on, and I got a Beckham shirt behind me. And anyone who says they didn't love David Beckham when they were 13 is a liar. Most of us still love him now, don't they? So, yeah, it was a wicked season. It only dawned on me. Obviously, we set this up a couple of weeks ago where we spoke about it, and it suddenly dawned on me that actually it was going to be the cup games as well, and not just the Premier League games. So yeah, I think I'll remember all the goals. Any goal you show me, I've seen it a million times and I remember it. It's just whether I can remember it like first half, second half, or try and get within bloody 20 minutes of it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I just hope I don't make a fool of myself.
Well, of course, it's all fun and games here on Goals in Time, but there is a little bit of friendly competition. And of course, with a friendly competition, I like to throw in a little league table, so we'll take a look at that right now. So, looking at that league table, we have Moz in first place, who chose the Stoke City 2016-17 season.
Man like Moz.
Boise in second, who annoyingly, begrudgingly went for the Arsenal invincible season. But United didn't lose to Arsenal that season, so we'll let them off.
Did you do a swear tally for Boise? He'll be top of that one.
Should I add that to the league table?
Yeah, tally that up. Tally that up. He'd love that.
Does that give him points or losing points?
It depends. I guess if he was talking to his mum, it'd losing points, wouldn't it? But for me, he goes up in my estimation.
And then, of course, last week we had Woody, who I thought he did 102 there, but direct hit as well. So
big Woody. Woody's bucked the trend there. Everyone would have thought he would have gone Sheffield Wednesday, right? And he's picked a tournament from 23 years ago. He's done well there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful dynamic, actually. Like I said in that episode, England only scored 6 goals, but still, even like some of the they lost to Brazil, but Michael Owen's goal is still, I'd say, it's quite an iconic moment. It was definitely an iconic game, obviously, because of the Ronaldinho, David Seaman incident with the goal. Yeah. Ronaldinho, of course, getting sent off. Brazil going on to win the tournament. So it's a bit of history there, really.
I think one of the great dynamics of this podcast you're doing is it gets you thinking about when goals were scored in what half. So everyone knows the Ronaldinho goal. I reckon loads of big football fans, you could say, was that first half or second half? Forget the minutes, first half or second half. But I think people would just forget. People remember the goal and they recognise where Seaman was or maybe where they were watching it or whatever. Boise was good at that, wasn't he? Like, I was in a pub and I was with my brother.
Yeah.
But if you say, was that first half or second half, I think it throws people a bit.
Yeah, well, I'm going to let you on a little secret, Chris. My whole reason for this podcast, this whole idea, the whole reason of doing it is I love listening to the goals, but I love the commentary as well. So, but
have you had to come out with it says like scored in the 10th minute or something like that?
Yeah, that's a comment. That's a comment. Sometimes, like I think it was in Woody's episode last week, and maybe Boise's, the audio will be playing and there'll just be a dip, and then it'll come back in. That's me manually bleeping out the minute. But I can't think of who. I've only been 3 years old for this treble season, so who would have been the commentators? John Motson, Clive Tilsley, Martin Tyler.
And then I'm trying to think whether you still would have had Barry Davis doing bits and bobs, but I don't know whether that would have been more terrestrial TV. I'm not sure. We still see a lot of these. The Premier League games would have been on Sky, but the Champions League games in those days were still on ITV. I'm assuming the Cup games would have been terrestrial as well. That's a fairly recent thing, isn't it? The FA Cup being on Barry Davis has got to be in there. Let's see if I recognise some voices.
How do you think you're going to get on?
Like I said, mate, I'd like to think I do all right. I'll recognise the goals. I could probably tell you, like, I'll be able to obviously tell you who's if you stopped it, I'm going to tell you who scored it. Probably be able to tell you who crossed it. I may even be able to tell you the score at the time, or like, what I might recognise is first half, second half. I don't know. We'll see. I'll tell you what I loved was Woody's the kits being dirty thing. So I'm thinking late 90s. United were wearing white shorts a lot, especially with that shirt and that shirt with the white shorts a lot. I'm thinking maybe if like one of them's covered in mud. Look, David Beckham's not quite looking as perfect as he does when he first come out. Maybe that give me a little bit of a hint. I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely going to take on board Woody's tactic with that.
Woody's way. Oh mate, I'm excited. Should we jump in? First goal.
Do it, mate. Hit me.
We briefly mentioned it before, funnily enough. One of these games. So 25th of November, 1998. Barcelona 3. Manchester United 3, and this is Andy Cole's goal to make it 2-1.
Well left by York, fed by Cole. Back to Andy Cole from Dwight York. Fantastic goal for Manchester United.
Is it Roy Keane who fires the ball in?
I think it is Keane, yeah.
It feels like this is probably just childhood nostalgia for me, but it feels like York and Cole just did that like every game. Just it was always a 1-2 or a little step over. And they just seem to know where each other were, wouldn't they? Like, you hear the story that like they just hit it off one day in training, and Fergie had the 4 strikers, and then he was just like, "Oh, I'll pair them together." And you just assume that they were like best mates and on the wavelength forever. How can that just happen in football? Just one knows they're going to step over. I wonder if they were calling for it as well. I wonder if there was a call or it was just an over and he's gone round the corner.
Because that was York's first season as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes it even more mental to just how like they were that on page straight away.
Yeah. Yeah, to walk in. I'm going to push me for a number now. I think it was first half, and I don't know why I think that, because I'm trying to think of the other goals in that game. So I'm going to go for first half, and I'm going to say it was in the 33rd minute. I'm going to pick just after the half-hour mark. And you're smiling, and I don't know if that's good or bad.
It was the second half, and it was the 53rd minute.
It's a great start. Strong start.
It was a tough game, mate. There's 6 goals in that game.
Told you these halves were going to kill me. I'm trying to remember the other goals in that game. I couldn't remember like having a memory of which way they were shooting first or anything.
That's one of the things as well. So for the I said this to, I think I've said it every episode. Really, with United, you've kind of got an advantage to a certain extent, as we both know what end United tend to kick towards. Obviously, there's the freak game where we don't kick towards the clock end first. But for the away games, especially in the new camp, because the camera angles always change, it's who knows, isn't it?
And I mean, this shirt that you just seen the goal in, the white, they wore that at home as well, didn't they? In the home game.
They did. Yeah, and that also finished 3-3 as well.
Yeah, mental, absolutely mental.
So you got that was 33 minutes out. So
seems a lot,
mate. Yeah, it evens itself out, mate. Moz, if it makes you feel better, top of the league, he was first 38 out on his first goal. So
okay, all right, that's good. Good stats. Good, hit me with the stats. I said to you off camera, I was listening to Woody's on the way home from work today to get some inspiration and catch up with the last one because I've done Moz's and I've done Boyce's. I couldn't believe Woody got the direct hit. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Fair play to it. And did Woody say he thinks there'll never be a direct hit again?
Yeah, he did say that. I thought very bold statement. When it was in Shirts and Time, there was a few direct hits. I think Ellis away days. He might have got. I think he might have got 2 in one episode, but he was at physically a lot of the games. So
yeah, I mean, mate, Jesus, I reckon I'm more likely to remember some of the games I've watched on TV than some of the ones I've watched in the stadium. In terms of yeah, I don't know why. It could be too many beers before or what. I'm not sure, but.
I think you have a direct hit in you. Looking at these next 4 goals, definitely, maybe more of a chance of 3 of them. But anyway, we'll jump into the second goal.
You know, if I get a direct hit, like one of us, maybe both of us, is going to get pelters from people because it's just going to look like United loving.
You're top of the league.
Accusations of like you emailing me the clips before or whatever.
Second goal, Chris.
All right, mate. That's it.
Treble winners, 22nd of May, 1999. Manchester United 2, Newcastle United 0. And this is Teddy Sheringham's goal to make it 1-0.
The league champions scoring the best ever third double. No one has ever done it before. Andy Cole, good play by him. Here's Sheringham. That was neatly done too, and it's Scholes sliding it on to Sheringham. An entrance from Teddy Sheringham.
Mate, everything about that, the goal, the shirt, the pitch.
I was just going to say, you seen the stripes on the pitch?
Yeah, wow.
So when quite a lot, obviously I've got an official shirt here, the same shirt, but it's a league printed shirt and it's short sleeve. But I've had quite a few customers send me the long sleeve one and then get the embroidery above the crest and the AXA sleeve patches and everything. It's just something different about it from the league one. It looks so good. Memory of that one was Sheringham came on, didn't he, early, which is making me think it was an early goal because I'm fairly certain he came on as sub. And your face is absolutely complete stone. So I had
to try and keep poker face, mate, because people message me going, I give stuff away or I don't give stuff away. So I just stare. I don't even stare at you. I just stare.
The game was early, as in it was that the goal was early in the game. It was sunny. Scholes set it up, and Scholes scores the second one, and I'm fairly certain he shanks it in with his left foot.
I think so.
Confused with the Charity Shield. So Sheringham, I'm going to go with come on early. I can't remember who got injured. You might be able to tell me in a minute. I'm going to go with 12 minutes.
Oh, Chris, 11 minutes.
11.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
shit.
no, mate, that's still good.
What's the
That's
closest?
still.
What's the closest to a direct hit? Do I get like half a point for that or something? Fuck. Who did he come on for?
He came on for Roy Keane, obviously. Yeah, Roy Keane, because Keane was suspended for the Champions League final anyway, wasn't he? Because I remember now he was on a podcast and someone said to him, "I bet you are like one of your biggest career regrets is being suspended for the Champions League final." He said, "As it turned out, I was injured anyway." So
he got injured in the cup final, first few minutes and went off. Yeah, now you mention it, I've got maybe I've seen the picture or something. I can't remember at the time, but King going off. He had quite overgrown hair then, right?
Yeah, quite shaggy. Yeah.
Yeah, shirt tucked in with that nice black and white flock print. I'm going to start talking shirt prints now. You're going to get me onto my bread and butter. Shit, 1 out.
Yeah, Roy Keane went off in the 9th minute, and then Teddy Sheringham did it 2 minutes later.
So 2 minutes later?
Yeah.
That must have been the first touch.
I was very worried when he said the commentary there. He said something along the lines as he's come on as a substitute. I thought that might have thrown you a bit, but no, you know your stuff, mate.
Brilliant. Oh, fucking hell. Teddy.
No one seemed to like him, did they?
Roy Keane hated him, didn't he?
Yeah, Roy Keane hated him. Yeah.
Hated him, maybe strong. Disliked him. Him and Andy Cole hated each other, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think it was the late 90s and they thought he was Flash, didn't they? You read all the stories that he'd turn up for training in his Ferrari and he was always looking at his six-pack in the mirror and stuff like that. I loved him. So he was a bit of a ladies' man, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think, and obviously there was a lot of local lads in the team at that time, wasn't there? I think they just saw him as the Flash bloke. I mean, Roy Keane quite often doesn't say his name, does he, when you see him on telly?
I was literally about to say that on the Overlap podcast the other week. He mentioned there was a strike. They were betting for not betting. There was a charity gig and they were bidding against it. And he said there was a striker. And then Gary was like, Teddy. He went, meh.
Yeah.
Boybank refused to say his name.
Holds the grudge, Jesus. Oh, as you say, it'd be interesting to know actually if he was well liked by the others. But yeah, I don't know. He definitely loves himself. Whenever you see him,
yeah. He doesn't need anyone else to like him.
Now, like he definitely loves himself, doesn't he? But I mean, he's a multi-millionaire, treble-winning footballer who's always been a bit of a hit with the ladies. It's probably difficult to not have an ego, I would have thought.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Not that I know anything about any of those things, but it's.
Well, mate, we've actually segued quite beautifully into the third goal. Speaking of Roy Keane, because on the 21st of April 1999, Juventus 2, Manchester United 3.
Okay.
And this is that Roy Keane goal.
Stupid, mate. Just thinking, what goal did Roy Keane score? You said Roy Keane. I was thinking, hang on a minute. I was thinking of like 25-yard bangers, but it's the header. It's the header.
And this goal made the game 2-1 to Juventus, but obviously United went on in the game to turn it around.
Beckham with a corner. In towards Keane! Roy Keane with a captain's goal for Manchester United. Game on!
You know, before how I mentioned I do this for the commentary. That right there is perfect example.
Yeah. Another Beckham assist as well, by the way. How important was he? Not just over that season, but that week. I don't want to say anything in case he's got any of his goals come up, but like he was important against Spurs. Maybe did he do nothing in the cup final? Nothing's probably harsh. Important in the Champions League. I just said what header, and then when you played the video the second time, I thought, where the fuck is Peruzzi going? Here's Peruzzi in goal. I was like, where's he going? Fucking hell, he's come flying out. He just left the goal empty. Right, this game, as you said, Juve, I'm fairly certain Juve were 2 up. Did Inzaghi get a couple? One of them definitely looped over.
Yeah,
Inzaghi. I don't think
got 2.
Del Piero scored, did he? Because he scored in 97 at Old Trafford, which was a goal that I hated seeing when I was a kid. I would have been 10. Sorry, I'm digressing. So 2-0. There's the famous commentary at the end, the full speed ahead Barcelona, which is going in the other goal. So Keane scored in the first half, I think. because the looping effort that went over Schmeichel was at the other end. So Keane, he scored in the first half. It must have been late. So I'm going to say, I'm torn between two numbers. I'm going to say the 43rd minute.
It was the 24th minute.
Ah!
But still,
I
you got it. You got the right half, which is the main thing as well, because all your numbers get, obviously your scoreline gets, the minutes you're out for each goal gets added up, and that's obviously your total score at the end.
Fuck. Yeah, because like I said, my thought process was he says full speed ahead Barcelona, that's down the other end. Shit.
I want to say, I like playing along with this. I think Inzaghi scored his 2 goals inside 11 minutes. I want to say that.
Really? Yeah, when I said about that
I
Del
think
Piero,
so.
7, he tucks back in and manages to get it past Schmeichel, and that was really early at Old Trafford as well.
Oh, mate, get me on as a guest on this show. Inzaghi, 6th minute and 11th minute. Look at that.
Really? Jesus. Wow. He was a pain, Inzaghi. Ferguson hated him, didn't he? He said that comment about him being born offside, but it's just because he was such a pain in the arse. It's just because he scored against them all the time.
I remember him. Obviously when I started watching football, he wasn't at Juventus. He was at Milan, and obviously I remember him more famous for the 2 goals against Liverpool. So
yeah.
I think he was offside. Funny enough, I think he was offside for one of them as well. Actually,
it was. Yeah, probably would have been disallowed now. I always found him just like a bit scruffy and awkward, and like nothing particularly aesthetic about him. You watch like the way Shevchenko moved in that Milan team, or like Crespo and players like that. I just never found that with Inzaghi. I always thought he was just awkward. But Jesus, he put the ball in the net, didn't he?
Yeah, I was going to say hell of a goal scorer.
Poacher. Fox in the box. Yeah, shit. Okay, that was 2 really early goals.
You ready for your 4th goal?
Probably not, but let's do it.
This is actually, things happen in life for a reason, mate. Because obviously we've mentioned before, this was scheduled for a few weeks ago, but obviously things happen in life, so we're doing it now. Yeah. But look at this for a coincidence. 24th of September, 1998. Man United 2, Liverpool 0. And this is Paul Scholes' goal to make it 2-0.
When you said Liverpool, I was thinking maybe the FA Cup game.
This is what I mean when I said about the season. Like, a lot of the goals were late, and the 2 goals in that game were late. So I think, as much as I want you to do well, because that the 2 goals there were a gimme, I think.
Do you know what though? Like back in the day, late was like 88, 89 minutes.
Yeah.
If you do this podcast in 10 years. Like back, it'll be 98th minute or 104th minute. It'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? But back in the day, it didn't pass 92, 93 minutes, even with added time. So, 2 of Woody's techniques. I tried to see the dirty shorts and couldn't see anything. Probably with that settles it, and you telling me it was 2-0. So, I'm going to say it was the 2nd goal. He didn't score many. Well, he didn't score many of his left. Maybe that's harsh. Scored one of them player scores, didn't he? Scored a few headers as well.
Yeah. For a short player, scored a lot of headers. Quite a few headers.
Yeah, it's a great strike by the way of his left foot. He was the top.
Unbelievable goal.
So he says that settles it. So I'm going 2nd half, and it's the 2nd goal. So it was dark. It's getting towards the end of the game. Am I stalling here? Liverpool must have been pushing for a goal. I'm going to say the 77th minute.
Oh, mate, you're good at this. 80th minute.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go. I nearly said 78th. That would have had me 2 out rather than 3. I thought stick with it.
But the logic, the reasoning, the thinking.
The stalling. Great strike,
mate. That's why I included that 2nd angle of from behind, the reverse angle, just to see like how he actually gets it.
I don't know if I'm giving away any secrets about when this is recorded, mate. But I mean, it's quite a good time to talk about United Liverpool games, isn't it? Whereas it
That's
could
what I
have been
mean.
quite an awkward conversation to have, couldn't it?
That's what I mean. But things work out. That I think if the scoreline on Sunday wasn't the same, and that goal might have been getting thrown out.
Yeah. But again, if you ask me in 10 years what minute Harry Maguire scored it, I get it. I'll have forgotten. I'll have filled my head with some other meaningless information.
You mentioned iconic goals from that season and for Manchester United. 22nd of May, 1999.
Oh, no.
Arsenal 1, Manchester United 2. And obviously on this podcast, I can't do goals in extra time because it just throws the whole thing out because there's an extra half an hour and it's just, yeah. But there's another iconic goal scored in that game. So United won the game 2-1, and this is David Beckham's goal to make it 1-0.
It dropped. One up for United, supported though by Beckham. Here's Sheringham. Beckham! What a goal! Well, it was going to take something to make a breakthrough here, and David Beckham has provided it.
So if people are still listening to this boring bastard going on, thought process was everyone knows the Giggs goal and extra time. So the thing that's throwing me is how many halves there were, because there was a first and second half and then there was extra time. So, fuck. That was a Sheringham assist as well, wasn't it? Little layback to him, talking about Teddy.
Yeah. Teddy and Beckham there. See, there's that friendship there. Blossoming.
Yeah. And then the commentary, and Teddy took his number 10 shirt as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
The commentary was, it was going to take something special. So he must have scored first. You said that 1-0, didn't you? So he's made it 1-0.
Yeah, Dave Beckham made it 1-0, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Bergkamp misses the penalty, but that's late. So, fucking hell, mate, this is killing me. Giggs' goal was like 105, 110 minutes, something like that. It was extra time because Vieira gives him the ball, doesn't he? Bergkamp misses the penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bergkamp misses the penalty, but I'm trying to remember whether Bergkamp's was in extra time. It must have been. Bergkamp was shooting the other way and Giggs scored at the whole end. So they're both extra time. So I'm thinking Beckham scored second half and early in the second half when he says it was going to take something. Why can't I remember Arsenal's goal? Was it Bergkamp's deflected goal? Sort of bounces past Schmeichel. Is it Bergkamp? I'm trying to remember their goal.
I'll Google
Well,
it.
I think their goal was the... No, so Beckham's must have been first half. Because the goal that Schmeichel lets in, you're looking at him now. The goal
I'm looking at what I think he scored.
is the other end. The end where... Sorry. The goal Schmeichel lets in is the goal Beckham's just scored in. So I'm thinking Beckham's goal was first half. And I've got to get within 20 minutes. And he said it was going to take something special, which makes me think that it wasn't early, like as if they'd been watching a little bit of football before that point. So I'm going to say that Beckham scored in the first half in the 42nd minute.
Let me get my calculator out.
No.
Oh, it was the 17th minute.
How many am I? I must have just be out.
25.
No way. Would it have to be 21?
21, yeah.
Oh, ballbacks. This game's shit. What did you bring me over for? Fuck. Oh well. I love Moz. He can be top.
Oh, I was so happy though when you clawed it back from the because when you said second half, it was the Woody moment from last week where I was like,
it was me trying the process of elimination, trying to remember Arsenal's goal.
Yeah.
And scored at the same end Beckham scored, so it can't have been the same half. Was my thought process.
Yeah,
Because I'm
absolutely.
the only goal that was scored at the Holt end was Giggs' one, right, when he smashed it into the roof of the net. 17th minute. Why has he said it was going to take something special then?
I think that commentary is a bit weird, but maybe because it's David Seaman and it's Arsenal, and I don't know.
Maybe it's probably a blood and thunder first 15 minutes, and it was just. I know it's a bloody good goal to whip it that side.
Fantastic goal, yeah.
The little layback from Sheringham. Beckham used to do that better than anyone, didn't he? Like he could curl it at the near post, but he could put his foot round it at the last second, couldn't he, and just whip it to the other side. You should know his free kicks. You don't see anyone do that now, by the way, where the wall lines up, and Beckham used to whip it over the wall, but it'd go that side as well, right across.
Right across.
No one does that now. But thinking back, like I've said it already in my thought process and process of elimination, but that week, that 10 days of the final game against Spurs, the FA Cup final, and then the Champions League final, like looking at which players were important, they were all important because you don't want everyone being important and everyone being good. But Beckham, like how many assists did he get? How many corners did he put in? He scored in that Tottenham game on the Sunday to get him back in it. All of the strikers played a part, didn't they? York, Cole, Solskjaer, Sheringham, they all played a part. The proof that like this whole so and so is going to leave because he's not getting any minutes or anything. Fucking hell. Andy Cole and Teddy Sheringham hated each other. They wouldn't even fucking look at each other in the eye, and they were still happy to get fixed at the same time or be on the bench or whatever. Footballers' attitudes have changed, isn't it? But Jesus, what a 10 days! What a 10 days! We've probably got defenders would be screaming at this now, saying, "We're playing this as well." But
what a 10 days! What an episode, mate!
Yeah. Mate, I love that. I absolutely loved it. Like I said, I could go on and do 10 goals. I'd love to, but people are probably listening or watching thinking, right, you've had your turn, mate, pack it in.
That season as well, so if any other United fan, or even if yourself wanted to come back on and do that season again, mate, there's so many goals.
I'll do that for you when you've exhausted all of your other fun guests and people that give you some good content. I'll come back on when you're like scraping the barrel. 2 o'clock in the morning. Need to take a girl home. You're 18. I'll be that one. I'll come and fill the gap. I'll come do that, mate. When you've got all the good people on.
Oh, wonderful,
mate. I loved it. Thank you for having me. It was absolutely brilliant. By the way, I tell you what I'm going to say about Boise is when I was listening to him one, he was taking over your fucking hosting. He was like, "Oh yeah, that's the end of the show. Thanks for having me." Blah blah blah. I was like, you fucking let him speak, mate. It's not your podcast.
No, mate, he does. Mate, he can host it if he wants. He can host it if he wants.
He's always on fucking send him, isn't he?
It's the walking around for me. He's never sat still.
You need to take a seasickness tablet to have a video call with him. Fucking cameras everywhere. It's like when you give the iPhone on a FaceTime to a kid and it's like up in the ceiling. Yeah, mate. I'd love to come back on when you need me. If you need to fill a week, I'll come back on and talk shit with you anytime. You know that.
Oh, definitely, mate. Can I ask who you want to see come on after yourself?
I would love to see. This is like a Ice Bucket Challenge nomination, isn't it? I have to give you a few names. I'd love to see Dan come on and do something. I'm trying to think what he'd do. Dan Andrews, Shirts at the Fan. I don't know whether Dan would do Pompey's FA Cup season or whether he'd do something that involved like Robert Prozinecki or something like that.
I'm not doing that FA Cup season with Dan because that they stopped us winning a second treble that season. So I'm not doing that.
Oh, fuck Dan. He doesn't need to come on. He doesn't have a podcast, doesn't he? Who else? I reckon you could get Lucy on, girl in a shirt, get her to do a Cov season. Mind you, the way Cov are playing at the moment, she'll probably
do this season.
Yeah, it's not allowed. It's too fresh in your mind. Yeah, I'll get Lucy on. She'll be good. There's got to be loads. I reckon do a niche one for the international collectors. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone out, but get Eric Schönville on, get him to do a Feyenoord late 90s or something like that. Back when they had some wicked kits.
Yeah, that's a great shot, mate.
Eric would be good, and we love Eric, and he's a gentleman.
Absolutely correct. Wow, I'm not going to be able to sleep now. That's the problem. You'd watch all these goals, and then you try to like wind down, but he's like, I'm just going to watch the whole season again.
I'm now going to have to like rewatch the Treble DVD or try and find it on YouTube or something like that. I remember back in the day I had it on VHS. Like if I've got that somewhere, there's no way I can find anywhere that plays that.
Mate, thank you so much for coming on. Before we both go, can you please let the viewers, the listeners, the watchers, where to find yourself and your wonderful work that you do with football shirts?
Yeah, if you don't follow me already, Cutting Edge Shirts 2, number 2 on Instagram, CES Shirts on TikTok, because I have a little dabble on there. I've got about 4 followers, so if you could go and have a look on there, that'd be amazing. And Twitter, well, now known as X. So I'm on the 3 of those, but mainly Instagram. Instagram's my main place. But yeah, you can catch me on there, putting all sorts of bits of content on.
Lovely. Thank you very much, mate. And as I'm going to say again, thank you very much for coming on and taking the time out of your evening to record this.
Mate, it's an absolute pleasure. Are you going to send me the £250 fee now, or are we still recording? Or I'm joking, mate. I'm joking.
£250. You said 150.
That's what I charge for a fee now. No, mate, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure. I mean, you know me, I could just sit around and talk football all day. So it's been a pleasure to come on. I love what you're doing with it. I've listened to all the other episodes. So anyone listening to this, if you've not, go back and listen to the other ones. Subscribe on wherever Jake puts the podcast out, on every platform possible. Watch it, listen to it, and keep up to date with it, because Jake puts a lot of hard work in. So I appreciate it, mate. Thanks for coming on. Well, thanks for having me on, brother.
Oh, mate, I don't need to do my intro now.
I've just,
my outro, sorry.
Haven't I? Just taken over.
Beautiful. Thank you for watching and listening, everyone.